Our Sports Inquirer here with Coach Elliott from Georgia State football. Take me back to the Georgia Southern victory, especially trailing by 10 in the third quarter. What did you see from the team and some positives to come out with that victory?
Well, it was just a great response to a second half. I mean, as an overall team, we didn't play very well in the first half. You came out and you saw two sides of the ball actually put together a pretty well half, offensively and defensively. Still missed some things on our special teams, but a lot of fight, a lot of determination, a lot of positive looks on our sideline, something that you look for in a team that's really growing and becoming more of a family type. There was a lot of support, even down by 10 there late, that would come back to win that thing.
Had a big turnover to start the game with Sullivan's return for a touchdown off a fumble. Just how big was that for your team just to start a game like that, just creating a turnover?
Well, I don't know. There's 60 minutes into a ball game. Sometimes that juiced up mentality after the first play. It certainly doesn't hurt. But all in all, you got to refocus. You can't live off that first play. It's nice to get up and especially score a touchdown, but you got a lot of more plays that's going to dictate that ball game other than that first one. But it's really helped.
Well, the team actually forced five fumbles and recovered 3 of them.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your defensive mentality and what you work on to try to force those turnovers of the opponent.
What we've got to do is, especially against an option offense like that, is kind of stay in the right positioning. You can't get out of position. You can't let them have an alley with their quarterback and pitch play. As long as you got to keep guys in front of them and make them deal the football, and that's what we did. We had guys in place, and it was some carelessness on their part, doing some things that probably shouldn't have happened, but we were fortunate enough. We had some guys create those turnovers as well.
Yeah, looking at statistics, your team is first in first downs allowed in the conference. Just talk about that side of the defense and what you made to do well to limit teams extending their drives and stopping them on third downs, things like that.
I mean, it's just playing assignment football, playing with a lot of tenacity. First and first downs, you don't know. You look at scoring, you look at third down conversions, you look at time of possession and things of that nature. But all in all, you got to look at points given up. And right now, they're doing one heck of a job of not giving up a lot of points in big plays.
Then offensively, they limited your rushing. You think you only had 49 yards, but able to pass the ball well, 319.
Yeah.
Just talk about the offensive adjustments and seeing that you had some passing opportunities there and using that.
Well, we thought we'd have some passing opportunities. We certainly did. I mean, we went into the game thinking that. And in the first half, nothing really was actually working for us. In the second half, we came out and did a much better job of managing the game with some inside runs and some outside runs, which we didn't do in the first half. But all in all, the passing game, we thought we could get over the top of them and manipulate their defense to a certain degree.
And Penny Hart, another big performance for him. He's top 10 nationally in several offensive categories. Just how is it having him and just the rest of your passing game, and how's that just helped your team overall?
Well, it's always good to have a quarterback and wide receiver relationship, somebody they can count on and go to in the clutch, and he's certainly that guy. And Connor and Penny are doing a great job of working together and seeing things and not forcing the issue. There's no forced throws to Penny to get him those touches. He does a good job in his route running and creating those opportunities, and it's good to see him doing really well.
I know you like to go game to game, but just overall, 4 out of 5 wins. Just what's it been after that scuffle beginning of the year? What have you seen improvement-wise just over the past month or so from the team?
It's just like anything else. I mean, you grow over time, and as long as you continue working and doing the right things, you continue to grow the right way, and that's what we've done. At no point in time do we hang our heads and say, we're not doing this, we're not doing that. We just continue to stay the course and trust the process and continue to move forward.
And lastly, Texas State, another road game. Their run defense is actually pretty strong, and they have some positives. What challenges do they present, and what will you have to do well to emerge with the win?
Well, their defensive scheme is pretty similar to ours, so they're stout in the run game. Give up a little bit in the pass, but overall it's a very, very good defense. I know their staff, their coaching staff, their defensive coordinator, their head coach a little bit, and we got to go out there and do the things we've been doing and minimize our turnovers. We can't have turnovers offensively, and our defense has got to create some. But we've got to go and be able to move the football offensively, control the game, and play smart. We've got to limit our penalties. We had 10 penalties last week, and very uncharacteristic of our football team.
Okay.